And just like that, we live on another beautiful winter Monday. How's it going, everybody? Um, what's new? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I tell you I slept all day, I haven't done that. I don't know how long. I woke up at like 9, only because of my alarm, and then I got up and ate an apple, something else, and I laid back down, and I don't feel bad about it. Would I do it every day? No. Because you know how sometimes you sleep too long, you get a headache? Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me. But we are back. Also, I was distracted, y'all. But also, let me throw in this week marks 3 weeks left for the podcast. So we have this week episode, then we'll have 2 more episodes, and then we done for the season. The last episode is going to be on I think I said it already. It's going to be on the 2nd of January. And then you won't see me on the podcast for some months, but of course I'll still be doing my live stream, and you'll be able to catch me in other places where I can't tell you exactly. All right, so today's episode I'm pretty excited about because it's somebody who I have will interview soon. This is kind of like getting his feet wet with this whole thing, but basically it's somebody who is an upcoming artist in the Houston area. Um, what else I want to say? He's a pretty cool guy, laid back, kind of just, he like the chill guy, like that video that's going around. That's him. That's him. So let me go ahead and introduce him because we got a few things we got to talk about. My guy, what's going on?
What's up, bro? You doing, man?
I'm great.
Great.
Um, uh, all right, now tell the people what's your name, where you from, and where you live now.
My name's Myron. Um, Artist name Ramai. Moved here to Houston from Tennessee. So yeah, man, I'm out here in Houston, Texas, trying to make it happen. So yeah.
All right, good stuff, good stuff. And um, what was I about to ask you? And tell the people what you do.
Yeah, man, I'm a songwriter. I'm an artist. So I make R&B music. So kind of new venture here. Got started maybe about a year ago. So got a few songs out, getting some traction there. So yeah, man, make music. I love music. So yeah, that's what I do.
And final question before we move on: who is your favorite artist as of now?
Ooh. Right now, my favorite artist right now was probably Sir.
Okay, I didn't expect that, but okay,
Yeah, I really
okay,
like Sir a lot.
okay. I know a
Sir's
lot of
amazing.
people. Sir is amazing. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people. They like the Summer Walkers. They, of course, people can
yeah,
always say Beyonce. They can say timeless of Beyonce for decades past and to come.
right, right.
Some people say Rod Wave. Um, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Rod Wave,
Uh-huh.
but my question is, why do you think people are in love with him?
Um, I believe that he has executed what most artists aren't able to do or aren't smart enough to do. He's found his niche. He's found his pocket, and he's found what works for him. And he doesn't steer away. He doesn't steer away from it too often. So if you found he found what works for them, he kind of has like the sad fan base, as I would call it. Like, is it's kind of like he does say some real things, but I believe that like he kind of preys on his audience as far as just like he knows what he represents, and he bangs that home on pretty much every song. Like he sulks there, and yeah. So I think that's why it's easy to have repeat listeners because they know what you're talking about. It's familiar, and yeah, most of those songs sound familiar. That's my opinion, though. It's my opinion.
Like I said, people will sing his words word for word. They will defend him tooth and nail. They'll catch his big old self when he does crowd surfing at 300 pounds. Any song they was like, he's just so relatable and all this stuff. And
Hmm.
like I said, he has a few songs that I've listened to that I was like, okay, this sounds good. But
Right,
I saw a post on Facebook that says I'll dislocate my shoulder trying to turn Ride Wave off. And
man.
I like I said, I can't hate on him. I don't make music, but there's a lot of people, that don't really care for his music, and I'm sure he knows that. But it's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people that do. So it's
I
like,
even do like him. Yeah. Right.
I don't think he's a bad artist. Who is somebody who I would just be like, they are just terrible. I don't see it. I can't think of nobody who I just
I,
think
I mean, there are a lot.
is.
There are a lot of artists out there that are, yeah. Man, I'm not sure, but I don't never, try to bring down anyone's success. But yeah, so yeah,
So
it's a good amount out there.
okay, so my next question, the rest is gonna be for the interview. What do you think sets you apart as an artist, as an R&B singer in today's world? Um, you know,
Uh
we
huh.
have the ones who stand in place and sing. We got the people who do backflips while they singing. We got people who sing and rap. We got people who say they sing and they don't barely do that. So what is it with you that you can say you do that everybody else can't do? Or not that they can't do, but what sets you apart?
Mm. I think that what sets me apart is that I embrace a lot of the things that I think that other artists suppress. And when I say I embrace those things, I embrace things that aren't common, such as sounds that aren't usually acceptable or things that aren't initially pleasing to the ear. And I try to take those things and make them into melodies and make them into things that are infectious to where when you hear it, it's something that you can't get away from because you resonate with it. I think a lot of the music, especially now, is repetitive, and a lot of the music that's coming out is it's music that has been bitten. A lot of people bite lyrics. A lot of people bite these choruses, and they might put their own one word in there, and then bam, they got a new song. But I feel like for anyone now in the music industry that's coming up, if you are making real original music, I believe that you have a chance because there's not a lot of original music out there, like a real, authentic, original music to where it sounds fresh, it sounds new. So for me, what I think separates me is that like that's something that I take pride in, making sure that I'm not sounding like anything that's out right now, or anything that is familiar. So yeah.
Okay, good stuff. And
Okay.
before we go to the first topic, where can people stream your music? Any new songs you got
Mhm.
out right now? Any of that?
Right, right. So my music can be found on Apple Music, Spotify. Because I'm a new artist, so getting on all those different platforms coming up here soon. But Boy Wonder and My Problem was dropped, which was released last week, on Apple Music and Spotify. So yeah, man, it's going up right now.
All right, good stuff. All right, good stuff. All right, now let's get to the first topic today. So as you see, today I kind of
Mhm.
bounced around, but we're gonna keep it in order today. So today's topic, we're talking about Travis Hunter. All right,
Okay.
Travis Hunter is a football player. Who everybody knows who that. And I have two videos we're gonna watch, and then we're gonna kind of commentate on what's been going on. But long story
Mhm.
short, to give you the sum up for my people, he basically everyone is basically going off on his girlfriend. And another clip they had said that she had said something like that he wasn't her type at first, and everybody was saying that was a red flag. And then it was, so we're gonna watch these two videos and then we're gonna give our commentary. So let me share my screen, and then
Okay.
we're gonna get started with the first one. Now this took place during his Heisman Trophy event this year.
Okay.
Where's that come from? What's that? Oh, that's what it is. We're going to take one as a group, and that's it.
So that's the video that had came out, man. Everybody is posting. All I can say is Travis Hunter's girlfriend is dead ass wrong for treating him like that. She should just be quiet, sit on the side, and wait until he's done, wait until things calm down, and then she can stand up, whisper to him quietly, like, hey, I want to go. And this is not even him being in the NFL yet. These are the small part of his career and his stardom and what's to come with being Travis Hunter's fiance. And of course, Travis Hunter is saying he's going to marry her as soon as he signed his NFL contract.
I'll say, y'all get married.
Okay. So that's the first clip. A lot to unpack from that first one. So we're gonna watch the second one. Then we're gonna really go into it of him defending her. Let's get into that one. And this comes from Self-Talk, the clip. They broke it down better. So
What's the talking about? You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Somewhere about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop.
So a lot of people are now getting turned off by Travis Hunter's girlfriend, especially because we've seen her make a statement saying that Travis Hunter wasn't her type before they started dating.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long
time, like another 2 months.
I feel the same pain.
If you've been injured in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and it's how I got this 100.
That she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We not go. We with each other. Like she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting. Like, come on, man. Yeah. You know, you hurt me. You just call yourself a sweet leader. You know? Like, she drunk like OD amount tonight for no reason. She'll be up in the morning. Where can they send messages at? Discord.
Be sure to hit that like button for me if you haven't already.
Okay, we got a lot to unpack. All right, so now let's get into the first segment. This might be something you actually can relate to. What does this have to do with mental health? Okay, so first of all, we covered from the male angle. So for those that don't know, let me give you a spark notes or clip notes of what just kind of happened. Basically, he was at the Heisman Trophy event taking pictures with fans. Even if you couldn't audibly hear what she was saying, you could tell she was ready to go. She was acting like a kid. And she was sitting there, looking ready to go. She had made the little comments, and you can see he's trying to stay professional, and she's just kind of like out of it, and just kind of like let's ready to go. And they pretty much dragged her all across social media for it, and then he backdoored and basically made a set of videos defending her, like, basically saying y'all gonna get got for talking about her. Not saying he gonna come and get y'all or nothing, but just saying more so just like, the kind of like the act of you reap what you sow, karma, that kind of thing. And basically just was saying like, yeah, y'all talking about her and she drank so much liquor and all this stuff and woo. So his mental health is he's in a state of defense of his woman. I've got to give both sides of the ball, defending his woman for getting dragged for something she did. And so he feels away, but and we have to get both sides of the ball because she could be a great woman and a great fiance and mother and all those things, to come. But let's get the other side of the ball, because sometimes there's these things called red flags. And sometimes the red flags look like green. The red flags look like Six Flags, and you think you're at the carnival. So based on her body language from the beginning, it did look like she didn't want to be there. It's like this is a big time for him to celebrate, and you supposed to be one of the most important people in his life, if not the most important person, and you sitting there looking irritated, making this about you. That's how it comes off, allegedly. As a man in that situation, if my girl did that, and that's the same. That's the thing. He might defend her publicly, but he might let her have it behind closed doors. How would you fare in that situation if that was you at an event getting an award and your girlfriend would just be sitting there kind of just like looking crazy?
Well, it's complete selfishness. It's just selfishness. For you to like, first off, it shows immaturity for you to not have the like the wherewithal to understand the moment and what's going on, to like not put aside whatever it is you have going on, because whether she wants to admit it or not, that meeting, whatever he was at, that show, whatever he was at, that's a part of that house that she's living in. That's a part of everything that's going on, you know. So she may not want to be a part of the intricacies of, you know, everything that comes along with his life and his career and what it's going to be, but that is something that she is going to have to embrace. And no matter what you got going on, if you along for this ride, you got to be along. You got to be along for this ride. So whatever else you have going on is always less important than what's bringing the money in.
So, do you think he was right to defend her online?
I think that he, in a sense, is being controlled. I think that he's being controlled, as far as, so, and this is no disrespect to him, because I feel like there are a lot of men out there like this. There are a lot of men that are okay with not being a woman's first choice, but letting their actions become the reason why they're chosen. So basically, in that first clip we watched, or the second clip we watched, she talked about how he wasn't her type. So if he wasn't her type, he don't look different. You know what I'm saying? He don't look. He looks the same, and that's not to say that people can't grow on people, but for you to openly still be saying, "I left him in my DMs for 2 months, and I decided to give him a chance," you have to ask the question as a man. So why are you here? What changed in that 2 months? What was the realization in the 2 months that you thought that, yeah, maybe I should give him a chance? What changed? And so if you fast forward, I feel like the all of these happenings are aligning with the person that she probably is. I don't know, obviously, who she is, but it's aligning with the person that she probably is. And she sounds like a super opportunist. She's like an opportunist, and it sounds like he's so in like her, so much in love with her, that he doesn't even see her dark side. The
Yeah.
best way to put it. He doesn't see her true motives, because if she can get on there now with them being together for all these years and still comfortably say, "Yeah, I didn't want to be with him." Like, I think that there's some character issues there, and for you to just even, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if you just found out the craziest thing about him. Y'all are in a public setting. Y'all have eyes on y'all. Y'all have cameras on y'all. Let's be professional till we get behind closed doors. But I can tell that her neediness runs the relationship, and he lets it consume him.
It's interesting because, see, I'm single, and I know your situation is a little, and feel free to share that or not. But I know you were in a relationship. We've all been, something before. And a lot of times men think that, there's the phrase happy wife, happy life. And I think that a lot of men just have internalized that to where they're suffering and they're going through and they're like, well, I got to make sure she happy because she is needy. And I don't believe, I don't condone cheating. However, some of y'all deserved it because you y'all deserved it because it's like you didn't put this man through hell and he doing all this for you and you ain't grateful. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but as this year ends, get away from everybody that's not proud to be around you. Not even just like relationship friends, to anybody who's some people don't realize what they got till it's gone. So, but what I don't want to happen is she get pregnant and have a bunch of kids, one, all you need is one, and then she like some super split to take the money, typical, thing going on. Unfortunately, sometimes we've all had friends, some of us have been that person where as a man, you be dating somebody and you don't see the flaws, or you see them and you overlook them. And they're young. So a lot of stuff you was naming that you were right about, but I chalk off too that they are young. So it's like, they might not have had the media training. No, she ain't do nothing. He the professional. So it's just something to keep in mind too with people. If you think you want to be in the industry, like, and of course, in some cases, especially with athletes, he kind of sneak up on you. It's one of those things where it's like he made the comment when he said, y'all wasn't talking about me just a few, now all of a sudden everybody's talking about me. This is something you got to be prepared for. So,
right. And I just don't think that. I think that there's just so many people in those situations, so many black men in those situations to where, they let these women come in and it's kind of like, why they're here, and yet it doesn't bother you why they're here. Like, it doesn't bother you. Like, I feel like me, if I heard a girl say, you weren't you weren't initially my type, my mind, and I'm not sure if this is insecure or not, my mind is automatically going to go to the fact that, like, I got millions coming. So is that what made me your type? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like for a woman to be able to say he wasn't my type, I feel like women are very strong-willed with their feelings.
yeah.
With their feelings, especially their feelings when it comes to physicalities. So for you to say that, I don't know. I don't know. It almost makes you question. Well, why did you give me conversation? Why did she give him conversation 2 months later? Did you not know who he was? Did you not know who he was? I don't know. I just don't think I don't. Yeah, that's not something I would ever be able to support. Like, if I had a friend in that situation, I would never like his girl, and she would know that I don't like her.
What if a man told a woman what if a man said a woman wasn't his first choice? Would that be okay? I feel like that would have been all the feminists would have been Megan with a Stallion would have made a diss track about
Yeah.
him. I
Or
just
now he's gay,
that too.
right? Or
So
now he's gay because
what was your first choice? A
um
man?
I feel like, man, if a girl is hitting you up and you're able to say, think about it from our perspective. If a girl is hitting us up and we just like, man, she she nice, she cool, but she just not my type. Like, there is nothing authentic about us coming back to that because we've already said how we felt about our attraction to her. Right now, this is one side of things. One side of things is obviously physical then mental. But if 2 months went by, there was obviously nothing mentally that happened between y'all because y'all weren't having conversations to make you change your openness to the possibility of that situation.
Right.
So the openness to the possibility of it came by you probably talking to a few of your friends, and a few of your friends told you, "Girl, you stupid. Do you know who that is?" And then she got with the program. She realized, okay, there's a chance for me to change my life here. But in that same aspect, she's also able to see how much, because you could tell he's infatuated with her. You could tell he is. He's infatuated with her. She is everything that he's ever wanted. So with that being said, Yeah, he gonna get on the press. He gonna get on after that and defend her. That's everything he want right there. So yeah,
What would I do in this situation? So in this situation, if it was me and she did all that, I might give a. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would act like him. I don't know, because if you really love somebody and like somebody, you don't know what you'll do in the moment, especially somebody talking about it.
right.
So I might react like that, but behind closed doors, you finna catch hell. But
Yeah.
I'm already leery and just observing the people, how people act when it's your time of celebration. Because yeah, you could have been tired. Everybody get tired. So things happen and you can't, especially if you're real tired and you know you going to all these things flying across the country, probably with him doing all this stuff. You probably tired. You don't know, that's okay. But you got to push through. You got to get you a Red Bull or something. Got to fake it because she was acting like a little kid when you with your mom and daddy and you ready to go. And that's how I used to be looking like.
Mhm.
Y'all still talking? Like it's like this is a big deal. This is his dreams is coming true. Lizzie McGuire, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. And you over
Right.
here sitting down chilling. And like I said, as two people who are upcoming in the industry, if that was the case, I pay attention to red flags early these days. And I'd be like, nah, I don't think this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you have to, bro. You have to, man. Go ahead, Melissa.
so that's just what I would do in this situation. You can add to or take away. I'm sure you do the exact same things. Anything else you would add on or not do or do a little different before I move to the next section.
Yeah, man. I just think I think that when men have something going on that could change someone's life financially, you have to be very specific in the women that you choose.
Hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
WWJD, what would Jesus do? What is the most ethically and morally correct thing to do? Well, first of all, as you know, the Bible expresses us to do, we have to forgive because, of course, that'll make you mad, that'll make you upset. And of course, the Bible speaks on, going to that person in private, right? They're
Hmm.
together, so they're going to speak in private. That's just
Right.
what it is. But ethically and morally correct thing to do would be on some stuff like, had a conversation, express how you feel, what went wrong, and then chalk it up to, okay, this was your grace period. If that happens again, we might have to renegotiate the terms of this relationship. Because at this
Hmm.
point, I'm getting the signs a little early that you low key a hateration and holleration in the dancery. So it's like I dealt with enough haters. I don't need no more, and especially somebody like him. He already got him. He finna get way more. You can't have a hater in your house, and that's the real thing. Sometimes people be in relationships with people that don't like them.
It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. I've been a part of that. I've been a part of that to where you are feeling as if your partner, you haven't approved what you want to prove to the world, you also having to prove it to your partner because your partner is doubting whatever it is that you can't complete or become. And it's just like it could be extra motivation, but you should believe in me. Your partner should believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So if you have to question hate with your partner, it's definitely hate.
Hmm. Wow, you dropping all the gems today. All right. What's the final segment before we move to the final topic, which is WSMD, which is what should men do in this situation? Run. No, I'm just playing. Well, not really.
Okay.
But all I'm gonna just say is pay attention to them signs. I don't want to be the person that say, because some people might say it's petty to keep a mental checklist, but keep a mental checklist because you need to pay attention to patterns, because two things don't lie. So men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie, and patterns don't lie. You know what you're looking at when you see something. You find yourself making excuses for things, and people just say this relationship is who you date, and I say friends too. Like them patterns don't lie. Like you got to pay attention to people that be trying to downplay, discredit stuff, or who's jumping up and seeing you happy, you post an accomplishment on social media. They don't never say nothing. They don't even say congratulations. They don't even like the post in the story. They see it. You dating somebody you say this and then they get quiet. That's the worst. When you tell somebody something, they get quiet.
Yeah, and it's almost because this is like I feel like what's happening during that moment is people are envisioning themselves and why they can't be experiencing what you're experiencing. I think that
Yeah.
people like I'm literally dealing with that right now. Like I have been my Instagram page has been reported because people are like literally like I literally I don't know what else to call it, like jealous because of my page is starting to get traction because I'm starting to put some of my music out, and it's just like, what other reason would you have to report it? Something that are you reporting it because you feel like you can't do it, or you're reporting it because I'm getting success from it, seeing
Now
success
because
from it?
I know the backstory,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's being reported because this is their way of doing a cease and desist?
Cease and desist is crazy.
Because you talking about me, so I'm gonna go ahead now. Ain't nobody gonna hear this because you talking about me.
What you mean?
Well, the song that you got out now
Mm-hmm.
was inspired by a situation. And as an influencer and creator myself, sometimes when we make things and people hear that it describes them in a way, they take that personal because they feel as though, you're just discussing their information or talk about them without their consent.
Yeah.
So in that point, they get insecure. And even though you didn't say their name, and even though in
Mm-hmm.
your case you were venting, in my case, I really was just telling a story that was, I thought was good. And I thought that this
Right.
story will help somebody. It was under the impression that I was trying to out this person. It was under this impression I was trying to tell her business to the world and make her look like a
Well,
buffoon. And
that's
yeah,
the talent though. That's the thing. People are not able. People do not like the fact that you, for example, are able to conceptualize things, come to terms with them, and then be able to regurgitate them to the world. You see this happen, right? You didn't go cry in a corner about it. Like, you see what happened, you processed it, you came to terms with it, and now you use it to make yourself better as well as people that tune into the podcast. So people don't like to see that people that they deal with are that smart. You're that smart to actually like dissect the different things that you've went through with different people and actually talk about where you went wrong, where they went wrong, what could have been better. People don't like that. Because people want to feel like you're just confused about them as life. And when you're showing that you're not as confused about them about life, it's like, who do you think you are? That's what
yeah.
they ask, like, who do you think you are? No, I just think I'm someone that assesses things. That's who I think I am. So yeah.
All right, good stuff. That topic is now finished. Let's go into the final topic today. So our boy Cam Newton is going viral
The
again
greatest.
on his podcast. I don't know if you heard what he said, but did just yes or no? Did you hear what he said about strip clubs?
I did not.
Oh, great. I love that because this is the first time you're hearing it. All right, let's go ahead and share my screen and get it going. Compliments of the Shade Room.
Women. I always went to strip
Hold on, I'm gonna restart it.
club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys. No homo.
We went to a strip club.
No diddy. I'm a competitor. I wasn't gonna spend no money if I didn't see nobody else spending money. As soon as I seen somebody thinking that they got money, okay, you spending 5, I'm gonna spend 6. If you gonna spend 10, I'm gonna spend 15. And then we're gonna have a rain off.
Yeah, I love it.
So
I said you do that in Onyx.
So that's my whole thing. It's like, I don't go to strip clubs for chicks, even though I want decoration. I was a competitor, still am a competitor, to think like, you think you got it, but you don't got it. That 15 that you making, I'm gonna spend my 15 and I'm gonna make it back easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that. I never went to a strip club.
Lot to unpack. All right, let's get to the first segment, which is what does this have to do with mental health? As a man, We are natural competitors. That's just how it is. That's just how the cookie crumbles.
Mm.
I believe him saying that, I believe Cam cares nothing, and I mean nothing, about what the world thinks about him. And because he's in full-time content creator mode, I believe he knew saying it like that was going to go viral, which brings more people talking, more engagement, more traction, more money. I have a problem with this statement for a few reasons. But I'm gonna let you talk first. What is your take on that statement?
I think that the mental health side of it is definitely some suffering there because it's very shallow. I guess when you're that rich, you have you have what it takes to be that shallow because you have money to cover up for it. But to say that you're the reason that you're going there is basically just to stun on people and like let them know whatever you got, I got more of it. Is just like um the mental health might be lacking a bit, and I'm a huge fan of Cam Newton because what validation are you getting out of that? There's
Right.
no, yeah. What validation are you getting out of that? Because I mean, he probably has more money than 90% of the people on Earth. You know what I'm saying? You're rich. You're rich. So like that, like even that, like with you being rich, what's the competition with throwing an extra a couple more thousand than someone in the club? Like what? Like I would think that at that space that time in your life, the level of thinking is just way higher. Like you're rich. You know what I'm saying? Am I tripping?
No, that's just funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I think about it.
Like I said, mental health wise, it goes back into the logic of most men, where it's like men do that in regular life. You know what I mean? They go to the clubs and they get the section, and then it's like, we got the chains, and you seen when that dudes will be in the club recording each other with the phones, like, look at my boy chain, look at my boy chain. And it's just like a lot of times men do other stuff for other men. And now here's the thing: I don't believe all of them are necessarily gay, but it is just like, why are we always trying to make sure another man see me like killing it? What is that from? Is that derived from father issues, daddy issues?
It could be. It could be. There's a lot of people, man, you'll be surprised at the things that I've experienced that even with this like this music stuff, like people find validation in like the most bizarre things. Like the most bizarre things like for example, right? If someone gives you a compliment, but they know that you're weird about taking compliments, they'll give you the compliment to make you uncomfortable so that they can feel like there's something uneasy about you and that they have something over you, that they're making you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense? So I feel like, yeah, man, yeah, I don't, him saying that like he's doing it for anyone else but Cam Newton. You should be doing it for Cam Newton, like not even a woman. You should be doing it for you. Like, is that making you happy? But when you doing it to just show people you ain't got it the way with the way they think they got it, you're not even doing it for you. So that's the scary part about it, like, because now you're not even living for yourself. You're living for what's going on around you. You're a product of your environment, literally. So, so yeah.
What would I do in this situation? So, I haven't been to a strip club in a long time, but we extract the scenario here of you basically trying to stunt for other men. This is basically what you're saying. I mean, not basically, he said that. I think you should always stunt for yourself. Try to go back on your old self. And sometimes people don't do that to like hurt other people. Sometimes people do it because, well, kind of they do because they're trying to get back at somebody or trying to show like they the man. It's like Stunt on your old self. You know, even I've heard people say women have done it. I mean, I'm sure men have done it too. Getting their body together in the gym to get back at their ex. You know, the revenge body. That's a phrase. And sometimes we do as a unit, we do too much for other people instead of, like you said, ourselves. And that's a great point because we're so worried we're trying to outshine this person. We so worried about trying to get back at this person. We so worried about trying to just do too much for other people. And I think it's starting to show that this is really a problem. Something we thought was normal for all these years and decades. It's a problem. That's a problem. But unfortunately, even though a man might not say how Cam Newton said it, there are a lot of Cam Newtons out here who think they go to a strip club and be throwing money to show that they got that money, to show like, look, I'm better than you. Like, look, I really got it like that. I'm really like that. And it's like, you need validation from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still. Yeah, you need validation from that because, man, and this is a very simple statement. But if you actually think about it, it could be a bit more. People are actually going to a place and throwing their money away. Like you're going to a place and throwing your money away. And now, not only that, right? Let's say you just really are captivated by these strippers, right?
Okay.
You're captivated by these strippers, but yet and still impressing another man is more important than you being actually captivated by these strippers. That is insane. Like that is crazy to say. Nah, yep. The most important thing is still me showing this dude I got more money than him. Like that is crazy. That's crazy. Like to be more hold more weight than you being captivated by the reason that you're there, which is supposed to be the strippers. So yeah, man, it doesn't sound like um the boy who was raised in Atlanta has grew up. It sounds like that boy that was raised in Atlanta is very much alive with that statement. That's somebody, yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. That's very disappointing.
WWJD, what would Jesus do? Somebody on the Shade Room comment said, take away his mic, but no, what I'll say in this situation, ethically and morally correct thing to do is, well, obviously not go to a strip club, right? But and like you said, the optic of throwing your money away. Seek God and seek a therapist and get to the root of that validation issue. And why, and get to the root of why do you feel the need to do things like that?
Mm-hmm.
Because so many things we have normalized, like I said, people may not do exactly like that, but people dudes be doing stuff for other men all the time. Well, like I said, not always, but like sometimes with the chains and stuff. Of course, they don't always do that for the men. And sometimes they do just do it for themselves. But it's the ones, and y'all know the ones I'm talking about. They be, you know, look at my chain, bro. Yeah, look at this, and it's a lot of it has to do with just our culture too, as Black people, because we were just trying to show we got it because we was slaves, because we was indoctrinated. And now we think that we have the finest this and the best this, and now we that one, we wanted them one. So you need to watch out for me because I'm him. When y'all say y'all him, I can't help but to think of him off the Powerpuff Girls. That's what I see. So when you say as a man, I'm him, I see him from the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, yeah. And quote, if any man calls himself him, he's definitely not.
WSMD, what should men do in this situation? Stop trying to press other men. That's one. But for real, get to the root of that validation that you lacking, because that's what it is. And why do you want to stun on people so bad? Who hurts you? Because some people want to stun on everybody. They ain't just limited to one gender. They limited to the other one too. So it's like, who hurts you? And like he said, the point about the boy in Atlanta from Atlanta never really all the way grew up. But I don't know. Cam Newton might be one of the people that we might see his transformation live on camera. Like you might see him just drastically shift in a good way. He might be one of them people. There's a lot of people you're gonna see that happen to. And he might be one of them. He might be one of them. All right, this has been a great conversation. This week's episode centers around a topic that I have been sitting on in my notes for a while, and I have a great guest for that. And it talks about you can have God, you can have control, but you can't have both. So we talk about letting go of full surrender and full letting go of control, because we briefly talked about this in different episodes, but just a full episode dedicated to this. And what does that look like, and how does that go, which will then transition to our last end of the season series, which will be 2 parts, and we'll be done for season 8. Anything else you want to add today, Pub, today, tell the people?
Nah, man. Stay true to yourself. Stay real. Don't try to be like nobody else, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, y'all. That is all we got for today. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. PSA signing out. Always remember, keep your head up like your neck hurt. Remember who you are. Make your mind up. Don't let it make you. And remember, I love us for real.